Welcome to this broadcast of TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Starting in the circle will be Emma Fowler, and her first pitch came in for a strike. Second one is lined over into left field. That'll be a single for number 19, Jalen Carter. So Carter starts it off with a base hit and one on. No out here in the top half of this first inning. See a bunt laid down. Tough play thrown over by Little in time. Good awareness there by the second baseman, Toot, to get over to first. Eagles will record their first out of the inning. Runner will move over to second. I believe that was Riley Schneider who laid down that bunt. And it'll bring up Grace Prom, the second baseman. Prom takes it inside for a strike. And she will wait the second pitch. Fowler over the middle. Just a little bit outside. It'll be 1-1. As this is fouled up out of play. The Eagles are coming off a 2-0 win against Coastal Alabama South over on March 4th. So they have had an entire week off in preparation for this matchup against the Saints. 2-2. One of the interesting things for Santa Fe is that they have not played a game in 2 weeks. Last time Santa Fe played was against Indian River, February 20th, in which they won that game 8-0. So a long wait to come play TCC. Today on the 11th, they missed 5 doubleheaders as this is hit into left field. The catch is made. There's going to be a tag. The throw is not going to be in time. Little had to come off the bag and grab it, was unable to throw down the tag. So runner will move over to third on the aggressive base running. A sac fly into left field. And this is popped up into left field. It will be out of play, but caught in foul territory. The Eagles will get out of the inning after Mackenzie Childs is able to make the play right up against the fence. So Santa Fe threatens, but unable to get any across. We will step aside. This is TCC Softball, presented by First Florida Credit Union. Can't even see the batter. So we are back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union as we try to get the umbrella out of the way of the batter's box. And we'll bring up Janiah Davis, who hits it over to first. It's off the glove. Davis trying to avoid the tag. And she will be tagged out over at first. A little bit gimpy coming up. Now it'll bring up Emery Main. Main will take it low and away, 2-0. And Maine will foul this one off. 2-1. And this is blown away. 3-1. Pitch up high, called a strike. That one a little bit too high for my liking. It should have been a walk there. So now Maine will await this full count. And that'll be a ball, so the Eagles will walk here with one out. First pitch in the dirt. 0-1. And this one will be swung on and dribbled over to short. The play at second not going to be in time. And now two runners will be aboard. So we'll see two aboard for TCC with one out. And that will bring up Maddie Walther. Walther in a good spot here. And the first pitch is up and away. One and 0. This pitch comes in for a strike, 1-1. The starting pitcher is Chris Beasley for Santa Fe. Beasley was named the Region and National Player of the Week at the beginning of the season, February 8th through the 14th. As Walther grounds this one over to left field, and the bases will now be loaded for the Eagles. Big hit there by Walther, and it will bring up Little. Little leads the team in home runs this year with 4. And she will take that on the outside of the plate for a strike. Good pitch once again. That one was a hittable pitch. Little watches it, and now it's 0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Bases juiced. Little takes a cut at that. Fouled out of play. Oh and 2. Big spot here for Little. And she will take it upstairs. 1-2. Little on the year, batting .382. One of the best hitters in the lineup. And she drives this one into deep right field. It will go back to the wall, bouncing off. 1 run will score. 2 will score. Little headed all the way over to second, and that'll be an RBI double for Raven Little. Huge hit. Little was going around second base pretty hard. Walther stopped, and Little had to stop in her tracks and run back over to second. So the Eagles getting after it here early. Well, let's take a replay at that hit by Little. The 2-run double. Hit over into deep right field, right over the head of the right fielder, and you can see her coming around second pretty hard. Slips and falls, but luckily is able to get back just in time. And now we'll get back to action here. One out. 2 runners on. And that first pitch, I believe, came in for a ball. Didn't see a signal. A little bit high, but able to get the fortuitous call. 1-1. That one was a good one to lay off there, if I'm TCC. And a big swing and a miss. Up to bat for the Eagles is Che Ortiz. And Ortiz holds up on this one, grounds it over to third, and the force out at first will be the second out of the inning. Now that'll bring up Esme Toot with 2 on, 2 out. Toot takes it on the inside for a ball, 1-0. And that'll be called a strike. Good pitch. Toot looking for her pitch right there. That obviously was not what she admired. She's batting .244 on the year. This one she likes, but fouls it off over towards the Eagle dugout. 1-2. Eagles trying to tack on a couple more runs here. As we said before, Santa Fe has not played in a little over 2 weeks. And Toot will go down swinging. But the Eagles get 2 across as we head into the top of the second inning. This is TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Well, game 2 we can do 1080. Back with this broadcast of TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. 3-2 the count as Fowler comes up against Beasley, and she will ground it over to second. The play made on the full count. Eagles get the first out. TCC was able to score 2 runs on a Raven Little RBI double into deep right field. Little, one of the top players on this Eagle team defensively and offensively. as this is popped up out of play. Fowler will deliver, and it is just outside. 1-1 the count. As this is lofted up into right field by Story Guybe. And the Eagles will get 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. And that will now bring up the third baseman for Santa Fe, Ashland Rogers. Excuse me, first baseman for Santa Fe. 2-0 the count. What a beautiful day here in Tallahassee. Just a touch of wind blowing out towards center field. Blue skies everywhere as it's 3-0 count. And this is drilled over into left field. That'll go off the scoreboard for a home run. Able to get out in front of it is Ashland Rogers. And the lead is cut in half, 2-1. Take a look at that replay there. Just able to get enough of it off the scoreboard. And now Fowler will try to bounce back. Eagles got the first 2 outs quickly, and then Rogers was able to get in front of that, and now the score is 2-1. This is foul back 0-2. Fowler trying to get out of the inning. Misses it outside, 1-2. 2 outs. Fowler throws it softly, and this is drilled over into right field. That's off the top of the wall. Going over to second. Great throw, and the Eagles are going to tag her out. What a throw by Avanti. And TCC able to stop the comeback here by the Saints. That was about 2 or 3 inches from being back-to-back home runs. What a play. So we will step aside. TCC now up 2-1 as Santa Fe tacks on a run in the top of the second. This is TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. 2-0 your score. Or sorry, 2-1 your score now as Santa Fe tacked on a run on the solo shot into left field by Rogers as this is drilled down the left field line. Aponte will get an extra base hit here. A leadoff double on the first pitch. She had a great play off the top of the wall, being able to throw out the runner at second. And now she'll lead it off in the bottom of the second with a double. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Mackenzie Childs. Childs will attack the first pitch. It's dribbled over to third. The play over to first, and Aponte's going to take off. She gets over to third just in time. So it'll go down as almost a bunt there by Childs. She advances the runner into sac fly territory, and the Eagles are at the top of the lineup with Janiah Davis. Davis shows bunt. Pulls back. That's a cold strike. And she will take that, I believe, outside. So 1-1. Davis slaps it over to the pitcher. She catches that fairly easily. Won't be able to double up Aponte, but gets the out. And it'll bring up Emery Main. Eagles get a leadoff double, advance the runner over to third. And now we're down to their last out in the bottom of the second with Main up to bat. Main takes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. And that's low and away. 2-0. Main batting .286 on the year. And she will take that upstairs as well. 3-0. We'll see mound visit here. Three and 0. And right down the middle for a strike. Good comeback pitch here for Chris Beasley. 3-1. Beasley checks the sign. And Main pops this one into shallow center field. It will fall in for a hit. And it'll be an RBI single for Emery Main. Eagles push her lead back up to 2. It's 3-1. And now that will bring up the catcher, Stacy Hudson. She's having an incredible year, batting .488. And Hudson hits this into deep left field. It's high, it's deep, and it is off the scoreboard. A 2-run home run for Stacy Hudson. There we go. Eagles up 5-1. Hudson got all of that one, and TCC is now pouring it on. So we'll see Maggie Walther come up to bat. Walther takes the first pitch. One and one. And that pitch will come in for a strike. And she's rung up strike 3 called, but Stacy Hudson with a 2-run homer to give the Eagles a 5-1 lead. Will go into the top of the third. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast at TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. That bunt laid down by Shayla Bybee. And she will reach first. And the pitch low and inside for a ball. One and 0. Runner will go. Hudson throws it over to second base. It'll get into center field. Looked like there was a little confusion on who was covering second. Two and 0. Two and 1 the count. And this is hit over to short. The throw to first just in time. And the runner will move all the way over to third after stealing. So 1 out. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1. And a swing and a miss. 0-2. Another swing and a miss, and she'll go down. Strike out for Fowler. Now 2 outs. And that's low and away, 1-1. One and two. Eagles have a chance to get out of this inning unscathed here after a runner moved all the way over to third. And we'll see that knocked out. Fowler has done well getting out of jams here. And that'll be a swing and a miss. Fowler able to get out of the inning. Another run stranded for Santa Fe. TCC leads 5-1. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. And we're back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Raven Little will step up to the plate, and she'll take that first pitch for a strike. Little, in her last at bat, hit a deep shot into right field and bounced off the wall and scored the first 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. So let's see what she can do here. One and two the count. This is dribbled over to third. It'll be a tough throw, but in time. Good job there by Story Geibig. And JJ Ortiz will come up to bat with 1 out. Pitch low. 1-1. One and two. And strike 3 called. Ortiz will go down. And that will bring up Esme Toot with 2 outs. Two and 0 to Toot. And she held off on the swing, was able to go through with it. Able to foul that off. 2-1. Good job of sticking with the pitch there. I think she was thinking that was a fastball coming in. And she's fooled on that one. Pitch way outside. 2-2. And Toot goes down swinging. Eagles 3 up, 3 down. We'll go into the top of the 4th. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast at TCC Softball, presented by First Florida Credit Union. Now up to bat, Madison Dixon for the Saints. 0-2 the count to Dixon here in the top of the fourth. And that's fouled back out of play. And this foul back out of play again. One and two. And Fowler gets her looking. What a pitch there. One out. First pitch coming in for a strike to, looks like, Chris Beasley, the starting pitcher for the Saints. And Beasley tips this one out of play. 0-2. And this is hit back over to the pitcher, Fowler. She throws over to first. Easy play. And the Eagles with two quick outs, as that will bring up Story Geivig. Good play there by Fowler coming out of the circle and being able to field in play. She's had it going today. Allowed 4 hits through the first 3 2/3 innings, but the defense and her ability to strike out has really been what saved her through the first 4 frames. And you got to think she started to hit her stride the last 2. As that bounces in. 2-1. And it'll be fouled back out of play. 2-2. Fowler trying to get her 3rd straight inning where she ends the inning on a strikeout. Pitch outside, full count. Pitch fouled back. Still a full count. And this is lined over into right field. Good play there by Aponte to be positioned well. Hard hit ball, but the Eagles able to go 3 up, 3 down. And they'll go into the bottom of the fourth. Up 5-1. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Ponte up to bat, 0-1 the count. And looks like we'll get a ball change here. And that's up and in. 1-1. Ponte takes it low and outside. 2-1. She's had a great day defensively, thrown out a runner over at second. And that catch over on the line drive to end the top of the fourth. She's also doubled down the left field line. 3-1. And that'll be inside. Aponte will walk. And Eagles get the leadoff runner over to first. Reminder, this will be a doubleheader here. Eagles will, right around 5 o'clock, probably around 5:15, we'll see game 2 start, as this is fouled away. 0-1. Ponte thought about running over to second, took a huge lead, but Childs was unable to lay down the bunt, so she wisely stays over at first. 1-1 the count. 5-1 the score. Eagles up by 4. Stacey Hudson with a 2-run shot to extend the lead, and a bunt by Childs. Tough play over to first. And the force out. Runner will move over to second. Now in scoring position. That was a tough play there by the third baseman, Story Geibig. And it'll bring up Janiah Davis, who is leading the team in batting average with batting 500. That's pretty good. First pitch comes in for a strike. Not often do you see really anyone in baseball or softball batting 500. And she will lay down a bunt over to third, and just in time. Geibig again getting work over at third base. Eagles will move over to third on the sacrifice bunt. Now 2 outs. And Maine will pop this one up into right field. Coming underneath and making the play are the Saints. Eagles get a runner on to start the inning, but unable to get her across. One stranded will go into the top of the fifth. TCC on top, 5-1. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Up to bat for Santa Fe is Ashlyn Rogers. Rogers with a solo home run. The only run in the top of the second inning. And she will lead off the top of the fifth with a single into center field. So having herself a day, and now that'll bring up Neely Peterson. We'll get a pinch runner. Kaylin Hayes, the pinch runner for Santa Fe. As we mentioned before, Neely Peterson up to bat for the Saints. I'm sure Santa Fe thinking they probably want to try to cut into this lead down by 4. And with no outs here in the top of the fifth, it's probably a good moment for them to try to capitalize. First pitch outside, 1-0. And this is skied into center field, way up high. Davis will come underneath it. Looks like it got a little bobbled in the glove, but comes down with the catch, 1 out. One out, top 5. Eagles up by 4, and a big swing and a miss by Shaylee Beebe. Excuse me, Bybee. Fowler doesn't attack. 1-1. And this is skied into second base. Toot comes underneath it. 2 outs. This one is lined into center field. Runner going to stay over at second. That was Jalen Carter on the first pitch swing, and now 2 runners on with 2 out. That will bring up Riley Schneider, the left fielder. Schneider awaits the pitch from Fowler, and she will pop this up into shallow left field. Child's chasing, and she'll come up just a little shy of making the catch. 0-1. And a bunt. It'll stay, no, they say picked up foul by Hudson. Not sure if Hudson would have been able to make the play because the speedy Schneider was already 3/4 of the way down the base path by the time it was picked up by Hudson. Now 0-2. Fowler trying to make it 4 straight innings where she ends on a strikeout. And this will be hit into deep left field. It's going back. Childs, oh my, what a play! Incredible catch by Mackenzie Childs. That'll save a couple of runs. Wow. So we will go into the bottom of the 5th. Eagles save a couple of runs. 5-1 your score. Back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning, 3-2 to Hudson, and she will walk. And we will see, looks like Alyssa Wynn will be the pinch runner for the Eagles with Maddie Walther up to bat. TCC trying to add some insurance runs here. Walther takes it low and away. 1-0. And Walther hits a slow roller over to short. Another error. Shayla Bybee with her second error of the day. Now 2 on. Now batting for the Eagles is Toot. And Toot takes it upstairs. 2-0. Esme Toot out of the Netherlands. And she rocks this one into deep left field. That is deep, and that is out of here. A 3-run home run by Esme Toot, and the Eagles go up 8-1. Eight to 1 your score. Ortiz now up to bat. Ortiz awaiting. And Ortiz gets into this one. Left center field. That is back-to-back home runs for TCC. 9-1. Eagles with 3 home runs. And that's going to be it. They're going to count that as somewhat of a walk-off ground rule double. Or, sorry, walk-off run rule. And the Eagles win 9-1. What a finish that was. Toot with the 3-run shot, and then Ortiz follows it up with the solo into left center. So we'll step aside. Game 2 coming your way in about 20 minutes. Eagles win 9-1. 3 home runs. Stacy Hudson with a 2-run shot, in the bottom of the second. Esme Toot with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the fifth. And Cheche Ortiz with a solo shot in the bottom of the fifth. Eagles take advantage of the Saints being off for over 2 weeks and really put it to them. So that's all we got here in Game 1. We'll see you in Game 2. This was the broadcast of TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union.